If purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. Welcome back again to another brand new episode of our Far From Fitness series. And again, I want to thank all our viewers for tuning in and being a part of this journey and being supportive of this project that we are on. And I hope that as you continue to listen and you continue to learn from it, that these principles that we would put out, that you will actually apply it in your everyday life. So last week we dealt with depression, and we just touched a bit on it in terms of its definition, some warning signs of it. And what we want to look at as we would have closed that last episode is the whole concept of mind transformation. Now there's a principle that I would have adopted, and it's a principle that I use in everyday life, in that if you want to change your world, you have to change your thinking. And one of the things I heard a comedian said some time ago, Eddie Griffin, he said that it seems as though thinking has become illegal. And what I want to say to you today is that thinking is still legal, and it is still important. It is an important aspect of your daily life. How one sees himself or herself can determine their whole future. So what we want to look at is why are we at the place we are and how we can actually get out of it. Again, it starts with mind transformation. This is about transforming your mind, renewing your mind on a daily basis. Think about the things you think about as opposed to the things that you are not thinking about. If you spend most of your time thinking about something that happened 10 years ago, where you can think about how I can adjust myself now that will make the next 10 years better, then you realize that you're more concerned about what has happened in the past, and the past has gone. Time waits on no one. It means, therefore, that the decisions you make today must be critical and clinical, and understand that you don't have control of life. What you have control of is how you respond to life. And this is key in understanding how you deal with your mind, how you deal with life in general. I have control of me. Therefore, I decide what I'm going to allow into my life and what I'm going to not allow. It means, therefore, that I must be very, very, very disciplined to recognize that there are things that is not healthy for my own mind progress and mind health. Many sickness in today's world are a result of how we think. Stress, as much as there's cancer, as much as there are other ailments, stress is recorded as the #1 killer of all humans. Why? Because we take on loads that we cannot bear. Christ said he doesn't give you more than you can bear. It means, therefore, if Christ doesn't give us more than we can bear, where is the other load coming from? It speaks to me taking on a load that I am not designed to take on. So part of mind transformation is really understanding what you are able to carry and what you should not carry. Broken relationships are part of life. Debt is a part of life. It is therefore important that you understand that there are things you cannot control in life itself, but you can control how you respond to it. It means for me, and it also means for all who are listening, God wants us to have the mind as Christ had, and it starts with humility. Humility is the key for a very healthy mind. It means, therefore, I have come to a place where I accept that there are things in life that I cannot handle, and I have to trust God to handle those things for me and allow him to guide me through it. Life is going to throw you hardballs and curveballs. There's no way around it. There's no way escaping it. So now I have to put in retrospect, if this is what life throws at me, I am now focused on how I respond to life. And this is part of what the journey is about. This is part about what God has placed in you and he's trying to bring out. It starts with transforming your mind. If I'm going to go to San Fernando, it starts first with me placing in my mind how I'm going to reach San Fernando, not placing in my mind all the obstacles that could come. For instance, just today, to come to do the shoot, I had a plan, and the plan was to go through Pity Valley, go through Maraval to reach here. but life threw out a traffic jam. Can I stop the traffic jam? No, you can't stop the traffic jam. But what I can change is how I respond to the traffic jam. So in the traffic jam, what I did, I began to put things in place, made some calls to make sure that Jason doesn't wait too long. Also, even in making those calls, it brought a calm to me. Why? Because I am not in control of the traffic jam. I'm in control of me. So the truth is, if I'm going to overcome things like depression, I'm going to overcome heartache, it all comes down to how I respond to what life throws at me. I am the person that God has given control of my life, control of my emotions, control of my issues. So therefore, when I face an issue, I realize it is all about how I control my response. So I hope today we have a better idea of how we deal with our mind, and as we continue to realize that a lot of our issues that we face can be dealt with first on how we deal with it in our mind. As a man thinketh, so is he. So I hope you had a good session today. I hope that we had a lot of information was passed, but I hope that what you have taken from this is things that you can apply on your daily life. So again, God is not finished with you yet. You are still a work in progress. If purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable.